Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 3 of Dimension W. And if you hear any noise outside, a bunch of people are shoveling, their driveways and everything like that, so can't do anything about that there, but anyway, with this episode of Dimension W, there wasn't any action, but I still enjoyed the episode. I still thought it was entertaining. We got to learn a lot more things with the numbers, okay? Now, I didn't mention numbers last week, because I just assumed that numbers was just another name for, illegal coils, but it's much more than that, really. Numbers are a certain type of coil that gets its energy from a lower region within Dimension W, while regular coils get their energy from the tower over at Dimension W. So I guess this makes numbers more powerful, but how much energy do the numbers really have? Let me talk about Mira for a little bit. Now, about a week or so ago, I mentioned how I thought Mira would be very annoying. I don't really think she's annoying anymore. I find her very, very cute. Just her little antics and stuff like that. Just her voice, first of all, is adorable, okay? And then just how she acts. When you have the little kid being all like, hey, did you do it with him? And then she's all like, do it? And then she was going through her programming thinking what it could mean. And then she got all flustered, and I'm just like, oh, it's adorable. And then she was rolling around in her new room. That was so cute. The only problem that I do have with Mira, though, is that obviously a lot of you guys had the same problem too. It was with the weird fan service shots with her. I hate when they add fan service to a moe character. It kind of ruins the moe vibe to the character, doesn't it? Why are you trying to sexualize a kawaii girl? That doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Let me talk about the children. So one of the children, I don't remember her name, but her grandma was the COO of New Tesla. So this just shows you how easy Mira can get found out from New Tesla, the fact that she's a robot. Luckily, the kid didn't tell her grandma about Mira, but still, Mira can be found out at any moment. So she has to be way more careful, alright? And with the kids too, I'm gonna backtrack for a little bit. We had the kids, they were playing around with the cars, and then the cars were gonna fall on top of the kids, and oh my gosh, Mira saved them just in time. Really, I thought they died, but then we find out that they just had little light injuries. But then, Mira, she got decapitated, but luckily she's a robot. But still, okay? And a couple other interesting things that I noticed with this episode is that they don't use cash anymore. The cash is still being used, but mainly, I suppose people just use, money electronically. Alright, so with debit cards and things like that. So that's pretty interesting. And also, I noticed with Kyoma's car, we already knew that his car was old because he uses gasoline, but he had roll down windows. Did anyone else notice that? With the windows, he was just cranking them down, and I'm just all like, dude, where did he get this car? It is so old. Oh my gosh, how is it still running a car with roll down windows? Oh man. Whatever. And we also are trying to, Mira's trying to find out why Kyoma hates coils so much. So I guess we'll be diving into that pretty soon. Not even his boss knows, so. And then at the very end, we had our weekly gruesome scene, as they do every week with Dimension W. And we had this dude, we had a close-up of the dude, choking or something. Maybe he OD'd, or maybe he was poisoned. I don't know. But dude, I was foaming up and everything. I was like, ew. That's one way to end an episode. Oh my gosh, Dimension W, what the heck, man? I just hope they're not doing this just for shock factor. You gotta do these scenes tastefully, okay? Of course, last week with the whole dimension collapse, I wouldn't really call it tastefully, but this one here was just so abrupt. So I'm just all like, don't just put in these gruesome scenes just for shock factor, okay? You gotta have a reason behind this and not just for the audience to be like, I didn't expect that, oh my gosh! Okay, so let's just try to fix that up and, you know, we'll be all good. Really enjoyed this episode. Catch you later as I review Hi to Genso no Grimgar and live react to Nichiro Days. Oh yeah, and did Dimension W pass the 3-episode test for you guys? Let me know. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.